So I almost killed somebody the other day. um, so I was on like a small country road, just like not far from here. And I'm driving in my Jeep, and a cyclist is coming. I'm pretty friendly. Like not like overly friendly, like where I'll come just talk to like random strangers all the time.
Right.
But I do the wave. I do like like just put my hand up and just
Like,
hey, how you
hey,
doing?
I care about you. I just don't want to talk
Yeah,
to you.
like my neighbors.
Got it.
So I'm like that with all my neighbors. I'm just like, hey, and then like if they're really struggling, I'll go help snow blow or whatever. But for the most part, I'm just like, hey, and then I just keep to myself. Anyway, I'm driving down this road, and we come around a corner, and I see a cyclist, and so he just like looks up at me, and I just go hi, and he goes hi and lifts his hand up.
Oh no!
And I don't know what he hit. If he hit like a bump or something, he goes over his handlebars and just face plants.
Oh.
And I was like, oh no. And so I'm seeing this in the mirror as I'm driving away, and I like hit my brakes to see like, did that guy just die? Like he might have died. And then I come to like a pretty good like almost stop. And as I look back, he's like getting up. And so I'm like, was that my fault? Should I have not waved at the guy? Like, did I bring that on to him? Now his day is ruined. I ruined his whole week probably.
Well, and now you will never wave to another bicyclist, and he will never wave back to anybody either.
Dude, he just face plants, and I look and I stop and I look back, and I'm just hoping he's just getting up. Like I'm like, oh please, for the love of God, please just stand up. And he slowly starts getting up and gets his bike up, and I probably should have stopped him and like, are you okay? No, I just kept. I was like, oh no. And as soon as I saw him sort of get up, I drove away. And I'm like, he knows that I stopped. Like he for sure looked at some point. I was like, that guy stopped and then just drove.
Do you think
afterwards.
He would have preferred for you to have like made sure, or like do you think it was like so embarrassing that he like was like, I'm really actually glad that he just drove away.
Yeah, that's the only thought process where it's like he probably was, happy and not having to be like, yeah, I just face planted in front of this guy because he was doing something nice and waving at me. That's what kind of saves me from feeling completely guilty. But my gosh, seeing him face plant over his handlebars was one of the, as I'm like,
that's pretty sad.
Initiated that high like wave, just a nice wave, and he's just and then just face first, dude. Shoot. It was and then the rest of the day, since I didn't stop and like check on him, like he was starting to get up, so I like sort of stopped. But he's getting. I felt guilty the whole day. I was just, oh man, I probably shouldn't have. Like I feel like the Christian in me should have stopped and made sure. And so the rest of the day, I felt terrible.
That's really funny. Well, there you go. If it happens again, so keep waving to bicyclists. And if it happens again, then you can get out. And
but I feel like if it happens again, it's like, it's definitely me. Like, I need to stop doing this because now I'm kind of afraid of taking that road anymore, too. Like, I love the road. It's very scenic, and it's very, like, it gets from my house to my in-laws' house, and it's just a beautiful road to be on. And now I want to avoid that road at all costs.
What if I see him again?
Yeah, if I see him again, it's like I need to drive a different car. I need to wear a hat to make sure he doesn't.
So there you go. You just switch up the vehicle. You're safe.
Yeah. Okay.
But
all right.
If you're in the Jeep, you said you were in the Jeep, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So is it my fault? Would you say that was my fault, or do you think that was his fault?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. It's both your faults.
You think? Yeah, that's probably right.
Actually, no, it probably is your fault.
You think?
Because you're the one that he wouldn't have waved to you if you wouldn't have waved to him.
He wouldn't have. I could have given him a nod, and then maybe he would just nod and not have to keep his hand up.
Yeah, or he probably just want you to stay as far away from him as possible. And that, to me, that's a good. Yeah. Hello, I see you. I respect you. Like I'm not trying to make you crash. Like you just get over as far as possible, and
which I do. But man,
that's probably the equivalent to a wave.
Yeah. Just like
getting over the side is fun. So it was your fault.
It was fun. Thanks. I appreciate you making me feel better about the whole situation.
Just the reality of it, really. But
but anyway, yeah.
Dude, that's a nice shirt.
Thanks, dude. It's Taylor and Stitch. It's I bought it a long time ago. I bought like 3 of them. They're very expensive. They were like,
how much are they?
Well, I mean, they're expensive, like $120 or something
For a shirt? $120
for
a
like a
shirt?
flannel.
You're
But
a
like
high
they
roller.
sold me whenever I bought it. I was like, this stuff's cool.
Yeah.
But you buy it like the suit jacket. Like you measure like your arm length and your chest, and then that's why it's like it's called tailor and stitch, but they tailor everything. Like this is a 44.
So it like fits
or
you
whatever.
really, really well.
Yeah, I like them, and you know how flannels always crimple. Like they make the stitching part always becomes like bacon.
Yeah,
it's like,
and like the pockets too.
The pockets
flaps
are terrible.
Yeah,
and I've had these for I don't know, like 6 years. Wash them.
You don't iron them?
Nope. Just wash them and then hang them up, and they're fantastic. So
says something for quality. I guess.
Yeah,
if you're gonna pay that much for a shirt, it better.
If I bought this shirt and then I washed it once and it shrunk like every other flannel I've ever bought, I'd be so mad. Why did I pay all this money for? It looks good.
I'm actually really glad that you brought that up because I was wearing a flannel shirt that I've worn for a long time.
Yeah.
And like, I don't feel like I've changed that much in sizes and stuff like that. But like, I swear, like the arms are like up to here.
The arms shrink.
So I always have to roll it
this
up.
shrinks. The bottom shrinks, and then it's barely at your belt line.
Right.
And I'm like, it looks weird.
And like
then
the button is actually above like the belt line.
Yeah. And
so when the wind blows, you're exposing your stomach.
And then the shirts, your undershirts become longer than the thing, and that's irritating.
And that doesn't do any of that.
It looks.
What's it made out of? Do you know?
I think like Egyptian. I don't know. I have no idea.
Do you remember the website? Are
they even Tailor and Stitch. I believe they're still
Tailor
around.
and Stitch.
Tailor and Stitch. I believe so.
This up real quick.
But yeah, it's they're nice shirts. I like them. I like their patterns because they're all very plain. I'm not a big fan of like crazy, weird patterns. You know?
Yeah,
like I don't like
TailorStitch.com.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like their
Organic
stuff.
cotton.
It's nice.
That's probably what it is. Organic cotton.
But they're so soft, and they just wear like the more I wear it, I've worn them. They feel better and better. But yeah,
so I just save up for a while and then go get a nice shirt.
Well, I got them on sale.
You're actually gonna like.
Where it was like you bought two, you got a third free, which is still expensive because then you're paying $250 for 3 shirts.
Right.
So it's crazy expensive. There's probably honestly, I probably spent more on this than I did my last like 3 suit jackets.
Dang.
That's crazy. I go to Kohl's for most of my clothes.
But it looks good. It looks good.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a fan.
If it's not TailorStitch.com, I don't know if they're around anymore. So.
No, it has to be it.
Okay,
it has to be
I hope
it,
so.
yeah. But
cool.
Anyway, what have you been up to?
My family's getting ready to go to Japan for a couple weeks.
That's exciting.
Yeah, my brother he speaks Japanese and so we're going with him and his family.
How did he learn to speak Japanese?
So he was on a church service mission.
Oh, cool.
For 2 years there.
I got you.
And so he was there, learned the language, and he's been back like I think once or twice, and he always talks really highly of it. And so we're like, we need to go sometime. So we're going with my family, with his family, with my parents, with one of my sisters, and we're all splitting these Airbnbs.
Nice.
It's probably gonna be pretty tight quarters.
I bet
it's probably gonna. It's gonna be great.
I would assume Japanese sizes and American sizes are drastically
much smaller.
different.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be fun. It will be tight quarters. I'm sure everyone will get on each other's nerves at some point in time during the trip, but we're really looking forward to it. Cool. So,
have you seen online those Japanese like pods that you can rent as like hotels?
Yeah.
But they're just like a sleeping nook.
It's kind of crazy. I kind of want to stay in one. Just
not with your kids.
Yeah, no. Just to say I stayed in one, I'm like,
because they're pretty cheap. They're pretty inexpensive. They're $40 for the night or something like that.
Yeah, something.
Which.
And right now the exchange rate's so good to where you basically are getting like a 35-40% discount on whatever you spend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
So
when you go, have you gone overseas like that before, or is this your first time?
I mean, I went to Bahamas and Aruba, but like nothing.
Were they like all-inclusive resort type stuff, or you actually traveled around them?
Traveled around. Well, so we went to Atlantis in Bahamas.
Okay, is that
and
resort?
It's like a resort. It wasn't all-inclusive, but it's like this giant water park, and it's it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's so much to do there, and they got like a mile long like river, and this river has like rapids in it, and it just makes a loop.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
It's
Did you go with your kids or just your wife?
No, just wife, and it was like an adult trip. Like
nice.
my whole family, their spouses, like we all went. It was a good time. But yeah, and then Aruba, we honeymooned in Aruba, and
that's cool.
Not all inclusive, but it was a pretty cool place too.
Yeah, I've never gone over. Well, I've gone to Canada. I went to one city. I went to Victoria.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't really count. And then I went to a cruise and actually they were both on cruises, but then we went to Mexico. But we never had to deal with like the exchange rate. Like I've never had to deal with that, so that's what
I've never had to deal with that either.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting because I assume at the airport you probably will want to go get cash to exchange. Right?
So our plan is like go to the airport, go like you have some cash, like just American dollars, like that you can use whatever. But like we got a Charles Schwab debit card, and I guess they don't have or they reimburse you for ATM fees. And there's no foreign transaction fees.
Oh,
so you can just pull out money out of that account, and it's like you're not paying anything extra.
Oh, that's nice.
Which, like, yeah, it's not a huge deal. Like the ATM fees and stuff are kind of small, but it adds up. Like the more often you pull it out, and you don't want to walk around with a bunch of cash in like your So it should work out really well. But I'm kind of just there. Like I'm just gonna be following everyone around. Like I don't even know where we're going. Where we're staying, like we're just following my brother.
Yeah. How many cities are you staying in?
I think 3 altogether. So Tokyo, somewhere. I know Osaka's one of them, and Kyoto maybe. I don't know.
Cool.
So
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's a long flight with kids.
I'm terrified.
I will pray for you.
Thank you.
Because that seems like a nightmare.
Yeah. I'm actually more worried about myself than my kids. Because think about like kids like. As long as they have like entertainment, like those seats to them are huge.
That's true.
Right? They got all the leg space in the world. But it's me that like I just get like so restless.
And then you can kind of get up and walk to the bathroom and at least stretch your legs a little bit. We're going to Disneyland for spring break.
Oh, nice.
And is it?
Well, I don't know.
Is it
spring
nice?
Break?
We'll see, dudes. No, it'll be fun. We went last year. Kids had a great time, and so my wife loves Disneyland. We grew up in California, so we've gone to Disneyland pretty much our whole lives. And it's cool seeing. It's kind of interesting going to like a theme park because when you're an adult, like or when it's fun, but like seeing your kids have so much fun is actually even more fun.
Yeah,
like when
it is the best.
When
part.
Jack was a toddler and loved cars, he saw Lightning McQueen. And him going up to the Lightning McQueen, which if you've ever been to like California Adventure, they have like one that's like remote and then it talks. And so like I think somebody's watching and like talks to the kids and will say different things. Anyway, he was like 2. We watched Lightning McQueen like 750 times. Like it was when he was little, that was his jam. Every morning he wanted to watch it.
Nice.
And so when we went, he saw Lightning McQueen and just like walked up and gave Lightning McQueen like a big old hug on the hood.
That's awesome.
And like seeing that and how happy he was, like it's so much. It makes Disneyland better. It is fun, but it is exhausting too.
Yeah. It's extremely tiring, especially if you get there right at the beginning and stay till the very end.
Which is,
and then you do it again the next day.
Yeah, that's the plan.
It's brutal.
Yeah, it is. So
we'll see. It'll pray for you as
well.
Thank
you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Pray for your feet.
Just my patience and feet. Yeah, I appreciate
your kids' feet too.
Yeah, it should. Both these trips should be fun. So.
Yeah. We even we still take a stroller, and our kids are way too old for a stroller, but it saves their feet.
It makes sense.
And then you get to put all your stuff in there. It's kind of nice.
Then you just park it and then go back to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how many people park their strollers, and you're like, how does nobody's stuff get stolen?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, right?
It is.
Like, it's almost like everybody's there. It's like hiking. Whenever you see someone hiking, friendliest people.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're out doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And now that being said, I'm sure there is some theft. But as many strollers and how many stuff we've left, which we've always take our wallets and phones and stuff like that. But as much stuff you leave, you assume it's going to get stolen.
I put my sunglasses just like in one of the cup holders and stuff. And I'm like, there's a good chance that this won't be here.
It's always been there. Weird. I think it's just this equal, it's almost at night. We all just agree that we're just going to go close our eyes and go into our own houses. Like, it's kind of like we're all there, but you're at Disneyland all doing the same thing.
Right.
So it's like there's just this agreement.
Yeah. And there's a good chance that like people who are there already have everything that they need.
Yeah,
so like they're not going to steal yours.
Right. They're more worried about their stuff than trying to steal other people's. So.
We're all just trying to survive. Like we're all just trying to survive Disneyland. But.
Yeah. Just make sure we have the same number of kids when we leave than when we went there.
Yeah. Well, you can't ask for much more than that.
Thanks for listening, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment below on if you agreed with today's topic, disagreed with today's topic. Let's start a discussion to figure out the best practices to grow your small business.
Please visit us at launchingpros.com, where you can find more information on how to grow your business as an entrepreneur.